Hey guys, Mr. J again, and today we're going to be talking about animal migrations during spring. Well, not during spring, we're just going to be talking about migrations in general, but keep in mind that a lot of migrations happen during spring and winter, I think. Spring and winter, I think, is when they happen, or is it fall? I'm not sure. We'll get back to it. What are migrations? Migrations are when animals travel thousands of miles to a place, to a different place. You know, they migrate to one place in the spring, and then they go back to where they're originally from in the fall. And they migrate because they migrate for the change of weather because of the seasons. They migrate to find warmer weather, better food, and a safer place to give birth to their young. You may be asking yourself, well, how do they know when to migrate? Well, animals know when to migrate when it's different. It depends on different signals. So like, let's say it's getting colder, or the days are getting shorter, or there's not enough food around available for them to eat, and that can indicate when it's time to go. But like, where to migrate, scientists don't understand. They just know that it's instinct, that they need to go. So yeah, so there's a lot of animals that migrate. There's migrations that happen on the land. For example, caribous migrate. Caribous generally live in this. Well, first of all, caribous migrate. Here's what a caribou looks like. They live in the snowy tundra of the far north, and in North America they migrate to the northern coast, and this is where they will give birth to their calves in the summer, and then when fall arrives, they go back to the Arctic Circle. Also, zebras and wild beasts migrate on land. The zebra and wild beast live in the Africa savanna, and they migrate in a giant clockwise circle. And they're always moving, and this circle follows the rainy seasons when there is a lot of food. Some other migrations happen in the air, so like Arctic terns. These animals right here make up the longest migration of any animal in the world. Every 6 months, they travel from the northern Arctic all the way to Antarctica. And then 6 months later, they go back again. And they do this trip in about 40 days, which is wild. Another migration that happens in the air are Canadian geese. Each year, Canadian geese fly south for the winter in order to avoid the cold. And then they return to the north for the summer, where they breed and they nest. And these geese are the ones that do the flying V formation, like this picture here. This shape helps them to save energy and allows them to fly up to 600 miles in a day. And there's also migrations in the water. For example, gray whales. Gray whales migrate between the cold northern waters of the Bering Sea in the summer, and then they go to the warmer waters of Baja California, which, if you're Imperial Beach, is literally right there. When they migrate, they pass by all the beaches that are in San Diego. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So if you ever want to go whale watching, I guess the best times to go whale watching would be in the springtime, because they're trying to get to warmer waters, so like maybe spring to the beginning of summer. Another animal that migrates in the water are salmon. But salmons are kind of different when they come to migration. They only make one trip during their lifetime. When salmon are born, they are born in fresh water. So once they grow, they eventually swim. So freshwater is mostly like rivers and lakes. So once they are grown, they swim down the river to the ocean, and they live most of their lives in the ocean. But when it is time for them to have more babies and lay more eggs, they will swim back upriver to the fresh water. Some salmon migrate hundreds of miles upriver, and this is for an example. The Chintuk salmon swim up to 900 miles upriver and climb nearly 7,000 feet of altitude when making their migration home. Those are all the fun facts I have about migration. If you guys have any other fun facts, or if you guys have any questions, or you guys want more, just let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. Alrighty guys, see you guys next time. Bye bye.